Hi, welcome to the channel. So it is December and it was 35 degrees this morning, and we are still testing out our 35,000 BTU pool heater that we installed like 2 months ago. And it's 230 volts. We're running it on grid right now to see how much it would cost to run this 24 hours a day. And we're getting ready today to run new wire from our off-grid electrical panel over to here so we can put it off-grid. And we'll have the connection for on-grid and off-grid so we can switch it either time we want to. So I'm really impressed with the fact that now we had to make some modifications and do a little insulating to keep the heat in. But the pool water right now, with it being 35 degrees a couple hours ago, that pool water is 86 degrees. That's the actual temperature of the pool water. It's actually around 88, 89 degrees going into the pool. So we ended up insulating all of our pipes along the whole way over here. You can see back there. So we insulated all these, and we are using, we actually got this. It's the 1-inch copper pipe insulation you can buy. They're like $4 or $5 at the store. These were like 50 cents a piece. So I bought a whole box of them a couple months ago thinking I could use them for something, and sure enough, when I got some, I started putting it on there because that white insulation right there around the copper pipe was really rotting in the sun. So I had to put something over that to keep that from rotting. Here it is down here. And so I put that on there, and then I used a UV tape that won't rot. So it is doing a wonderful job insulating this to where if we're running this 24 hours a day at 12 cents a kilowatt hour, it's going to be about $150 a month. Well, like, take that back, 140, because that's a 28-day cycle. So at around $5 a day, 30 days would be 150. If it's 28, subtract 2, so it's $140 to keep your pool heated. And this looks like if you insulate your pipes like mine. Now, I've got a lot of pipes on here. The PVC, mine actually goes here, and it goes back there, and goes all the way down to that big pool heater down there. And then goes into this pool heater, and then comes all the way back here and goes over here. We're going to be putting some valves in to where we can close this off to where it doesn't go down there at all. And we'll put a valve in over there so we can close off the fire one and just use the little one if we want to, or just use the big one if we want to. So we got some valves coming for that. But you know, just insulating those pipes, and these are just moving blankets. Just that's enough to hold the heat in on that pool filter, that this is able to stay around 86 degrees. Now, it was 86 degrees this morning when it was 35 degrees outside. So when it warms up later on in the afternoon, we should be able to get up to 88, 89 degrees. Being able to do that without having to use that big one at all. So I'm pretty impressed with this pool heater. Like I said, I'm going to be moving this over to off-grid. I just wanted to run it for a week or two with the grid to see how much it would cost. But we're going to be moving it to where we run it 24 hours a day on the off-grid, solar during the day, and then battery at night, and see if we can get through the night on that. And we had a 35 kilowatt hour battery bank. And we should be able to get through that. So far, it looks like you can actually keep your pool heated. And this is a cooler, so it'll cool your water in the summertime too. With this pool heater, I'm pretty impressed. I used to have to use that 127,000 BTU down there. It's 230 volts. And this 35,000 BTU down here is doing about the same job. Now that would keep heating up to 104 degrees if I wanted to, but it'd be running all day long. This is going to be limited around 86, 87 degrees is going to be the highest I can keep this overnight. I don't think I can keep it overnight, but we're going to be going up into the, we were 35 degrees this morning. It's supposed to be 50 degrees overnight in a week. So we might be able to get up to 90 degrees overnight and hold it there. We'll see. But I'm really surprised at 35 degrees overnight temperature. I mean, it was down in the 50s by like 9 o'clock last night. So I'm pretty impressed with it. Anyways, I just wanted to give you an update on that. That seems to be working really well, and we're going to be trying some different things. But my first thought was, hey, I'm going to use a couple of these moving blankets that you use in a moving truck when you move. They're not the greatest insulation, but they're enough that it keeps the heat from escaping in the cold air, because that's a big round oval pool pump that we have. And I think it's 30 some inches across. So if it's 30 inch, 3.14 is the diameter, so it'd be 90 some inches if you go all the way around it. So it's a pretty big blanket you need for that. So we were able to actually buy 2 of them for 28 bucks that cover it really well. And we have 2 smaller ones underneath that one, and now we have one down there to put over that at night. But we'll be isolating these. Anyways, so far, very, very successful with this pool heater. I mean, it's like August 8th or 9th, and it's still 86 degrees in my pool. I never thought that would be able to happen. So if you are someone that would like to collaborate with me, you can contact me at DIYSolarGuy1@gmail.com. Please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we will see you in the next video. Have a truly wonderful and blessed holiday.